Hello YouTube, this is Live Forever and Die for Nothing, doing another video review, and this time it'll be on the Back to the Future crossover Transformers Generations Gigawatt. Here he is, and I thought I'd do this review because Back to the Future is probably my all-time favourite film, the franchise. I like all three of the films. Probably the second one is the standout. I really enjoyed the first one, but I just liked all the, at the time, all the futuristic stuff that was in part two. When they announced they were going to do a Transformer of the DeLorean from Back to the Future, I had to get it. Just had to. So here's the review. So here we are for transformation. This is the vehicle mode for Gigawatt, looking almost identical to the movie car, sorry. You know, there's a few missing paint apps, like the lights under the vents. I'm sure these should be picked out in black. All stuff that you can do yourself with a marker. The GMC logo, sorry, is missing off the front. Probably a licensing thing. They weren't able to get the license to put JMC on it, but if repro labels do a set, and I'm sure they'll give you a sticker for that. Possibly be able to give you like a metallic bluey sticker to go all along the bumper to represent when it's doing the jump through time. You know, all this in the film, all this bar here lit up blue. I'm sure it did. So they could give you those details if repro labels does a set for it. Hint hint, do a set for it. The accessories you get as the hook from the first movie, and from the second movie as the flux capacitor. You can't really see that. You can see it has got some detail on it, but the camera isn't focusing on it because of the light. But that's the Mr. Fusion. Now, there's the visible head syndrome. So let's get to transformation. It's almost, apart from these doors, there you go, pop their doors up. We have you there's no interior obviously, but it's the same transformation as Siege, Sideswipe, my old buddies. So you open up the doors, and you can open up these flaps on the legs. If repro labels give you a set, you'll probably put some detail on this there, or you could pick it out yourself with some paints. So you flip the legs round, push them down to flip out the feet, close them up, split the legs, rotate at the waist. You go to the little things there, get your nail in, flip that round, same on the other side, pull out the chest, take the arms and flip the hands out, then to the chest, take out the gun. There you go, there's a look at that. It looks almost like Optimus Prime's ion blaster. So back to the transformation, you flip the wheels, they do click. You can flip them into the middle then, and this chest comes round, like that, at which point you can flip that up, and that number plate plugs into that bit there, and then these plug into those there. And there's the robot mode done. Articulated feet. Bend at the knee. Not a great deal of bend at the knee. You only get about that much because of the intakes on the inside of the legs. Full 360 of the arms, elbows, waist, and head swivel. Mine has got slightly more articulation because you're able to rock his head round more than you were originally, because I took that screw out there, which allowed this backpack to come off, and there's a little piece of plastic that sort of forces the head forward, so it's always like that and looking down at his chest. So I cut it away, and it just allows him to look back that little bit more, and it also gave him a bit more wiggle room at the head. So I did that. And then you've got these ports on the doors where you can put the accessories. I like plug in all the promotional art, it shows you it pegged into his arm. I like chuck it back there like that. And you can do the same with the gun if you're not holding it. You don't want him to hold it. And what I like to do with these Mr. Fusion is chuck it in that arm there, and then you can do the classic Martin McFly looking at his watch pose. Also, the flux capacitor, the Mr. Fusion does, it can peg on to the back of the gun, which looks alright. It pegs onto the back, but it can also, it doesn't allow it to peg into the hand very well, so it also plugs on there as well. But like I say, I chuck mine in there. Chuck that in there. So you can do that. And then I went the extra mile and bought a Back to the Future key ring that looks like the hoverboard from the movie. It's almost the right scale. I just chuck it under his arm when I pose him, so that's sticking out there. His legs right. I'm looking at his watch, sort of pose him like that. I think that looks quite smart. There we go. Right, Hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully it's all been edited together properly. I am looking into getting a proper intro and outro sorted out. Like the transformation video, I just absolutely love this figure. You probably noticed as the time circuits there have worn away because I've transformed it that much since acquiring it, and I had to get this little hoverboard accessory just to complete the look. I am, like I said in the transformation part, I really hope that Repro Labels are planning on doing a set for this to just bring out some more of the details on the shins. I know there's a lot of sculpted in stuff. I suppose you could go in with a marker or something and just bring those details out, but I think Repro Labels could you know, give it a better stick, like put a sticker over that, you know, prevent the scuffing, because the head just catches when that rotates around. I'd like an Autobot logo. I think I've got some spare Repro Labels or Toy Hacks stickers knocking about that I could chuck on his shoulder. It's just a really cool little figure. I know most people have got it anyway from the Sideswipe mold, but it's got a slightly similar head to Sideswipe with the little horns on his head, but I think it's fantastic, this mold. I managed to get the Comixology downloadable comics of Back to the Future versus Transformers. It's quite a good little story. I enjoyed it. But there was delays in each, because of COVID. There was delays in when it was supposed to be coming out, as it was all put back. But I eventually got it. I'm hoping to get the trade paperback when that comes out. But like I say, I couldn't wait to read the story, so I got it digitally first. So anyway, there you go. So this is Live for Everything, Die for Nothing, signing off. Thanks for watching.